Okay, so I'm here again for Med Spa for my second, my second vaginal rejuvenation therapy. And I had so many questions from you guys about what this is, what it does. And so after thinking it over, I decided, since I'm not a very shy person, I'm very comfortable talking about things like this, I thought I would film my actual session. So I'm really excited to show you guys what it's all about, and hopefully this will answer some more questions for you in case any of you guys are thinking about having vaginal rejuvenation therapy done. But before I change into my robe, which is this, so they just have you dressed from the waist down, it's a skirt, but I wanted to show you guys the room so you could kind of get a feel for what it looks like. Okay, so here we have the chair that you sit in, and for those of you girls who have been to see like an OBG, they have stirrups that you put your feet in because I mean they're going to be very close and personal with your queen V, but I mean, so that's kind of what to expect. It's really the same thing like going to an OBG, but instead you're having work done to revitalize and rejuvenate your vagina. But anyway, let me show you some other things. So we have some of the machines right here, and the girl who does my procedure, Bree, she'll tell you guys more about what the machines are. But there's that, and then really just here's a feel for the space. You have a TV, which I don't need because the procedure is only about 15 minutes. It's so fast. If you're working, you guys could come in and do this on your lunch break, like such a breeze, and go right back to work. You have no issues with it. It's amazing. But then you also have this really pretty painting. All the rooms here have awesome paintings. And this one is by my favorite company, Latter-day Home. Just wanted to give a shout out to them. But that's it. Here's the room. Let's scan over here. Here's a tray, and here's some of the products she'll be using. I'll have Bree talk about that as well, but let's do this. You get to it. All right, so I just had my numbing cream put on, and we're almost ready to go with the real procedure. But like I said, I wanted to hurry and have Bree talk to you guys about kind of what's going to be going on today. So as you see, you kind of know what's happening. You're in the loop too. And also, just to let you know, Bree is on Instagram. Her handle is Here's to Healthy Women, and so is Form Med Spa, who is doing this treatment for me. And I'll have those links below in the profile for you guys to read. But so Bree, tell me what's going to happen now, or I know, so tell everyone else what to expect.
Okay. Well, one of the things I really want all of your followers to know is that this is a really revolutionary treatment for women. Mm-hmm. So up until recently, when women were having vaginal laxity, painful intercourse, itching of the vagina, dryness, all of the postmenopausal symptoms that women experience, which you're not there yet, but as women continue to get older, those symptoms set in more heavily. Mm-hmm. There wasn't a lot that could be done. There was plastic surgery options, which were very invasive and didn't last very long because they were just held through stitches. And then hormone creams, and those are very controversial, and also they don't work very well. They just work on the very superficial tissue. They don't go deep down like we discussed. Yeah. So this is a laser treatment that is designed to go down to the deep layer of your tissue, which actually causes your body to produce collagen and elastin, which brings back the youthfulness that was once there in the vagina that has now been lost. Yeah. And as you age, whether or not you've had children or C-sections, I mean, vaginal deliveries obviously make this worse.
Yes.
Yes, but even if you've only had C-sections or haven't had children, the tissue ages just like any other part of your body. So all of the elasticity that used to be there in this, part of your body that's supposed to be a very functional and elastic place loses all of that which is goodness that it used to be there. But the beauty is that this laser actually restores that for you. And it's not just a gimmick. This is a real powerful laser. So another thing that is something to be aware of to any of your followers, because this is such a powerful laser, it's a CO2 fractional laser. There are places where estheticians or people of the life will be running this laser and it's not appropriate.
Yeah.
It's a very powerful laser and it should be used only by a provider who has experience and background in that part of the body.
Okay.
So look for that.
Yeah.
And I'm a PA, I come from a urologic surgery background, so I'm very familiar with that area of the body, and you should go to someone who does have that background because it is a very powerful laser.
So people, I mean, you guys should be asking questions, which I think you should be doing with any
absolutely.
type of procedure like this where it's changing your body in some way. You should be asking, are you certified in this? Do you have a license? How long have you been doing it for? I mean, be very aware so you don't have to deal with any of the negative side effects that can come from not being aware.
I agree.
Awesome.
So first step, when patients come in, we do an exam just like you would at the gynecologist. We put the speculum in, make sure that everything is okay, that there's no prolapse, cystocele, rectocele. We go through a whole questionnaire with you, making sure that all of your medical background is safe to have this procedure done. And then we proceed to do the treatment, which means that if you want the external area treated, we can do the internal, which restores the vaginal laxity, or it brings the vaginal laxity back to a tight area. And we also can do the external treatment, which takes hyperpigmentation out of the external vagina that you can see, and also tightens that tissue that can sometimes loosen as well. So if you want that treatment done, we numb you first, and so you sit here for 15 to 20 minutes and you watch Netflix, and we bring you a water, a snack, or whatever you want. And then from there we proceed to do the treatment. We clean everything off, and then this is the wand.
So I showed everyone last time. I was like, it's not a dildo, but it sure looks like one. So I sure did use that word. It looks like it.
It does. We were teasing, you know, to leave in your car because your kids are doing that.
I know, because I left. So I left this at home, and there's nice to me new one. But if you guys come, you have to bring your, I don't even, what do you call it? I want to call it a dildo. Your wand. So bring it back. Yeah, otherwise you're paying, for it. So if you're gonna put it in your car like me, just put it in the good spot where your kids aren't gonna find it. Wait, side note, my kids have like found mine and my husband's stash of stuff, and so I mean, like, just think about that and what that's like. So just put it in a good spot so you don't have to deal with that. And that's what it looks like.
So this is what will be inserted into the vagina to do the treatment. This is actually the machine. I don't know if you want to count over there, but this is the machine that we use. It looks like a very simple machine. It's very straightforward.
And you hook it up here, right?
And we hook it up there. And then this is the hand piece that we use for the external treatment. So all of the external labia will treat with that one.
Okay.
And and then we put on your Aquaphor, and
and it's great. And this just so they know, so this goes in the vaginal canal, and then you just rotate it around, right? So it rotates
clockwise. And depending on each person, it's a little bit different how many areas we treat and how often. But we go full circumference, pull it out a centimeter, full circumference until everything is completed, and then we'll go on to the external. If you do have the external treated, the only discomfort that you may feel in recovery is the first 2 to 3 days. It's almost like a scab. Well, it is a scab because we're essentially burning the external layer of the skin. So it's a little scab that forms. It can be a little bit itchy and irritating for the first 2 or 3 days. Is that what you experienced?
Yeah, I did have some itchy. Yeah, but I mean, pain-wise, I didn't notice any pain. Mine was just itchy.
Truly is a very painless procedure.
It really is.
At most people, you know, an earlier patient today said it really well. She said, I would say it was a 2 out of 10, a little bit uncomfortable, but no pain.
Yeah.
So that's a good explanation. Yeah. In the first couple of days, there will be a little bit of irritation, but nothing painful. You can deal with it very well. The recovery time is about a week, where you have to have complete vaginal rest for 7 days, so nothing goes into the vagina, so no intercourse for a week. So warn your husband, significant others, nothing. And then also no soaking, so no bathing, no pools, no hot tubs for 7 days as well. You can shower and rinse off, but no actual
And then you were saying for cleaning, just warm water.
Just warm water and mild soap.
Right. Okay.
And then you can use the Aquaphor on the external area to just keep it moist for the first couple of days.
Alright, okay. Now before, we're almost ready to start the procedure, but before we go and get into that, I've had some people ask, like, well, have you noticed anything after your first one? It's 3 sessions, so I'm on my second, and you were telling me most people start to notice, who have had it done on themselves, start to notice changes after their second. And so it'll be interesting for me to see, because this is the second. My husband actually was saying he noticed a slight change after my first treatment.
Oh, which is great.
Just after having, after having intercourse and stuff. I couldn't tell difference, but he said he could tell a difference, which actually is the whole reason why I'm in here doing this. Mine is for, more pleasurable intercourse.
Right.
But you know, on a side note, as you were saying, when you go through and you do the exam, make sure everything's okay and you can do this. You also found out I had a what's it called? Still where your bladder starts to fall through
little
your, right?
Yeah.
And so she caught that, and so I'm currently in the process of working that, and that's just like, and I'm gonna butcher this too. I was calling the wrong thing. It's like Kegels or Kegels?
Kegels. Very good.
Very good, Kegels. And so I've been doing those to help, but I'm so grateful I came in because I've known someone where they almost had their bladder fall out.
Yeah.
And they're like, what is this I'm feeling? Like, oh, it's your bladder and it's about to fall. And then she had to have major surgery to have it put back in.
Yeah. And sometimes that's the case.
Yeah.
And if patients come in and we're doing the exam and those things are identified and caught, this is again why you want to go to someone who knows that area, body knows medicine. But if those things are identified, then, you know, if it's a moderate to severe prolapse, you have to have those repaired first before coming in to get the treatment.
Yeah.
So in your case, it was so mild that we can do things to help prevent it. Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started with the procedure. I'm so excited, you guys, again, about having this done. If you have any questions, I will have more on my website, themumsyblog.com, where you can go there and see some more behind the scene pictures and everything else. And then again, I do have one more treatment, so I'll do another video to finish this series up and maybe answer any questions. I know, just this series. But one thing I do want to let you guys know is we are going to be doing a discount where we're just going to call it Mumsy10. So if you use the code Mumsy10 and you follow them for Med Spa on Instagram, then you can come and get 10% off of not just the intimate or vaginal rejuvenation therapy, but anything else that they offer. And they offer a ton. So make sure you go to my website to see what they offer if you're maybe interested in something else. And then we will be doing a giveaway too. So I will have all that information ready for you guys in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned. We'll see you soon.